To announce your divorce or not to announce your divorce, which is the better alternative? Before we unpack that, it's worthy of note that you really don't owe people an announcement or any kind of disclosure about your divorce. Now, there are legitimate reasons why people can choose to announce their divorce. One being that there's a narrative that's out there about them that is not exactly their reality, and they need to reclaim that reality. So they're basically saying, you know what, it's my story. I'm going to tell my story. I'm not going to allow anybody else distort my reality. That's one. Number two, they can decide to announce their divorce because they have a large following or like a large social circle, friends, family. So rather than take the exhausting part of updating each person as they go or as they see them, they just decide, you know what, let me put it out there so that everybody sees it, so that whenever next we see, these people already understand the situation. Because people can be funny. Sometimes you see that somebody has consistently not been posting their partner when they previously did, and you now find these people coming to say, great Oga, great madam for me. Are you thick in the head or something? Sometimes too, it's that these people already even know that the couple are separated, but they are here asking the couple for disclosure of closure. Like, okay, when are you people getting back together? When are you reconciling? Is it your business? Well, anyway, some people can decide, you know what, let me let them know the situation and let it be out there. Another reason why people announce their divorce is that people announce things, marriages, childbirth, birthdays, dedications. I bought a new car. Divorce is part of life. It's not something you need to hide, okay? It's not a hidden, dirty secret. So if you can tell the other parts of your life, of course, there's no restriction with announcing your divorce if you so please, okay? It's we here in Nigeria that are extra about these things. Divorce is a part of life. As long as we have marriages, we will have divorces. So we need to just come to terms with that. Because sometimes there are faults before the marriage that come up, later, and, you underestimated it, or you thought that, it's something you could deal with, and then you find out that you cannot, And then sometimes these faults come up later and you cannot find your way around it or reconcile those differences. So, you see, it is here with us, all right? So no need for the faux outrages and all that kind of thing. So now for people who won't announce their divorce, there are also legit reasons why they won't do that. Number one is that they are protecting themselves and their family, their children and all that. Because again, like I said, Nigerians can be extra, okay? The way some of these people will hound you like you owe them. And you really don't owe anybody any explanation. You don't owe them your life, okay? So sometimes they just want to protect their children. They want to protect their families. They want to protect so many things around themselves. Because, look, people who are going through a divorce also have to heal, grow, recalibrate mentally and in other ways, okay? They don't need the added pressure of the public on them. Another reason why some people can decide that they don't want to share about their divorce is that they are still processing this thing, mentally, emotionally, they're not ready. Sometimes there are also legal complications that don't allow them to actually disclose anything, all right? You see, these people will take their time because it's their life. They don't owe anybody anything like that. They can keep it to themselves until they are ready, okay? They are not ready today. It doesn't mean that they don't want to talk about it tomorrow. And if they decide that they are not talking at all, it's all good, okay? People need to back off and leave people alone. Another reason why some people don't share is because they are private. They have lived privately for the most part. Sometimes they even have an active social circle or social network, but they have curated what they share to the public, okay? And they keep certain private parts of their life private, okay? Now, if they decide that they are not going to announce a divorce, it's perfectly fine because that is their life. They will do what they must do for themselves, for their own life. So basically, we all should let people live. Okay? You live and let people live. There's so much that happens with divorce. There's just so much that even that whole public pressure is unneeded. Unfortunately, talkers will still talk, assuming somebody comes out with it or doesn't. Speculators will still speculate. Haters will still hate, And then there are the very few who are kind, who understand that these people require grace, they require space, and maybe they require prayers, okay? Now, the bigger issue for me is when these divorces happen in the Christian circle, oh my God, the kind of harassment, the kind of persecution that happens by Christians on Christians who are divorced, it's outrageous, okay? These are the people who will be the first to bring out the hammer and the nail so that they just drive it in and crucify people who are already broken, people who are already falling, people who need to find themselves and reclaim themselves. Maybe we should pause for a bit and really think, because that is not the mind of Christ. And the Lord is watching you. Give people a break. It's their life, I beg. If they want to announce a divorce, fine. If they don't want to announce a divorce, fine. Sometimes it's wise, one way or the other, and then sometimes it's not. It really is about what somebody wants to achieve by announcing or not announcing. All right, bye.